Yo, what it do, guys? It is your boy, Leo Mookie here, back with you with another new part of What If Izuku Can Summon Heroic Spirits. This is part 12. In the last part, Izuku's friends slash classmates came to see on how he was doing and also wanted to give him information about what's going down at UA while he's recovering, with many of them also shocked and surprised that Izuku now has two more servants of it, or two more sentient quirks that he now can control. With that, hearing this, Izuku now has the time and patience to start training, especially able to get a handle of his fusion magic, being where he's able to become a pseudo-servant, which he believes he is now ready for the UA Sports Festival. So, with all that said, let's get into this, shall we, guys? As the day has now come for the UA Sports Festival to begin. With that, everybody is excited, as it's being broadcast all across Japan and even worldwide as well, with many reporters waiting in line to get into the massive Coliseum Stadium, with one of the reporters so annoyed at the fact that they gotta wait for so long. With then her cameraman couldn't help but tell her that it's because of what happened about a couple weeks ago. After all, with then saying, "Oh right, the villain attack, of course." With then saying, "But that also means there will be more spotlight on one particular class." With her having that of a, feral grin on her face, with her cameraman basically shuddering in worry. As for many other pro heroes, they began to patrol and check the areas for any other villains to show up, with being that of Mount Lady, Kamui Woods, and Dead Arms, of course. As they do, with Mount Lady basically getting some free teriyaki by, showing off her effeminate wiles after all, with having basically showing that she has no shame. With that, however, soon a few people began to cheer and be shocked, as then the number 3 hero, Hawks, shows up, with being in front of the 3 local heroes of Masafu, with then Kamui Wood saying, "Well, ain't this a surprise? Didn't expect that the number 3 hero would show up, Hawks." With then Hawks saying, "Hey, you 3, how's everything going? Kamui, I've seen that you've basically been growing higher and higher in the ranks for the past couple of months. Keep it up." And Dead Arms, same goes for you too. With then Mount Lady couldn't help but want to hear praise from Hawks, saying, "And you keep doing what you're doing, Mount Lady." With Sue saying, "That's it?" With saying, "Well, sure. And rate, I gotta get going." With then Dead Arms saying, "Ugh, can't believe a kid like him has already reached rank number 3. And yet he just started out about a year ago, just like you." With then Mount Lady would say, "Ugh, don't remind me. It took me forever to actually get approved for not just my hero license, but also my agency. So knowing somebody like him that got basically approved by the Hero Public Safety Commission really rubs me the wrong way. I mean, just who the hell is he by any chance?" With then Kamui Wood saying, "And also, I want to know why him, a public safety hero, just shows up to this event. They normally don't even bother with stuff like this." With then Hawks couldn't help internally thinking, "Oh boy, Midoriya, you better know what you're doing. And honestly, if you basically show off on what you truly can do, it's just going to make it harder for me to do my job after all." With that, Hawks having that annoyed and also somewhat saddened look on his face. But then thinking, "You better not, just try not to go overboard. That's all I'm That's all I'm hoping for. With that, soon everybody in Class 1A is still waiting and preparing and trying to psych themselves up. With then Izuku coming in through the door, standing beside him being that of Sigurd, as he's currently in his casual attire right now. With then saying, "Hey everyone, we have at least stats of 10 minutes before we had to head out there. So if you need some time to still take a breather and prepare yourself, then it's best to do it now." With then hearing this, Mineta couldn't help but say, "Oh boy, swallow your fears, swallow your fears." With then soon Kaminari saying, "Oh man, dude, you're just making me feel even more nervous than I should be. I should be hyped and pumped, but still." With then Jiro saying, "Well, yeah, the reason you ain't is because you, out of all of us, I think you have the least light of chances, given on how much your quirk acts." But saying, "Rude?" With then soon Momo walking up to Izuku saying, "Are you sure you're okay with this, Midoriya?" With then Ochako alongside Ida as well, saying, "Yeah, I mean, even though you were able to come back to classes before the end of before the sports festival began, are you still saying, you guys don't have to worry. I promise, I'm absolutely fine." With that, soon, but the three of them look at each other. Within Sigurd adjusting his glasses of wisdom, get up and say, "You don't need to worry. Izuku is perfectly fine. I would have to say he's at least 97% at full health." With then saying that, but then Izuku saying, "Sigurd," saying, I'm just saying what I'm saying." Even within lowering his head down, saying, You may have recovered your magic circuits. However, your body, on the other hand, is still recovering. Especially that influx. You literally were almost completely drained of your mana entirely. Mana depletion is not to be taken too lightly, Izuku." With then Izuku saying, "Right, I get it. Thanks for trying to look out for me, Sigurd." With then soon saying, "Trust me, maybe I'm not at 100%, but I am fine, and I'll still be able to give it my all, and that's a promise." Hearing this from the messy hair brunette, the three of them took their friend's word for it, at least for now. Before then, Bakugo standing up from his table, but then Kirishima saying, "Hey, Bakugo, what are you?" "Hey, Deku!" With then hearing Bakugo's voice, with Izuku saying, "What is it, Kachan?" With Bakugo soon commenting, saying, "Don't get a big head." Saying, "What?" "I said don't get a big head. Just because you're able to beat me during our first battle class doesn't mean that that means you're better than me. Remember what I said. That one loss was nothing but a fluke, and next time I'm going to beat you. And the sports festival is the perfect opportunity. So you better watch your damn back, because I won't be behind you again." With then hearing this, everybody in the class couldn't help but feel a little bit tense after Bakugo just declared war on Izuku, except for those of Tokoyami, Shoto, and Shoji as well. With then Kirishima saying, "Hey, Bakugo, cool it. Why are you declaring war on Midoriya now? I mean, we're all trying to..." But then Bakugo saying, "Get off of me, shitty hair. We're all trying to reach number one and trying to reach the top. We're not, all of us are not friends. Just because we're classmates doesn't mean a damn thing. To me, you're all extras in my stepping stones for my path." With then soon hearing that, few of them did get a little bit annoyed with Bakugo saying that. But soon pointing at Izuku saying, "And you damn nerd, you're more than just a damn stepping stone. You're a goddamn wall I plan on breaking down." No matter how many times I have to blow through you, just you watch and just you wait. I refuse to be beneath somebody like you. With that, soon, Izuku couldn't help but take a deep breath, close his eyes, before having a serious look on his face, saying, you know, the old me would have probably flinched after all of that. Probably feel somewhat worried and scared. But after everything I've gone through, after all the training and work I put in to become who I am now, your words mean nothing to me, Kachan. And if you plan on trying to aim to take me down, I'll let you know. I won't make it easy on you. Far from it. So just remember your words properly, because you may not be able to keep them. With that, soon Bakugo gets even more angry, before then soon scoffing, saying, try to talk big all you want. It's not gonna help you. With then soon Suyu couldn't help but comment, saying, but wasn't Bakugo the one talking big than Midoriya? Within Tokiyami commenting, saying, it just shows on his hypocrisy, after all. After that, soon, it was now time for Class 1A to head out in the stadium. With that, they soon walk off, as then they soon arrive into the massive field of the stadium, with hearing tons of crowds and cheering for them, with President Mike introducing each and every one of these many classes and the students within them. However, it shows that only Class 1A and Class 1B got the most swell applause, while all the other courses and classes only got a few, which shows on who are the main attractions after all. Within President Mike bringing up on who will be advising over the sports festival for the first years, being the R-rated hero, Midnight. Within, many of the guys couldn't help but drool over, Midnight's costume, especially those of Kaminari and Mineta, of course. With Midnight soon basically giving out on the layout on what the sports festival will be showing, that there will be 3 events, with each event basically showing their skills and techniques in each one. But before we begin that, let us have that of the student pledge. Will the one who got the highest points in the entrance exam come up? Izuku Midoriya. With then hearing that, soon Izuku saying, wait, what? With then soon Sheba couldn't help but speak up, saying, oh boy, I totally forgot about that. With then Nobunaga also spoken up, as all of them are currently in their spirit form right about now, saying, you what? Saying, there was in one timeline, I did see that Izuku would have to do a speech, and I absolutely forgot about that. With then soon Nightingale saying, oh dear, that is going to be quite a problem. After all, the commander is not good with public speaking and being around crowds. A few people is one thing, but an entire group of people speaking into a mic, now that's going to be quite tricky. As Nightingale says this, Izuku walks up onto the stage robotically and nervously, as his entire face is sweating like crazy of nervousness. With then soon Kotaro speaking to Izuku, saying, hey, don't worry about this, master, you got this. I'm rooting for you, Izuku. Just be yourself. With then Izuku internally thinking while speaking to them, saying, yeah, be myself. You know, basically the nervous wreck that I am. With then soon Medusa saying, if you feel that nervous, then how about this? Just speak on how you normally do if you're basically talking to somebody important, that you're talking to somebody that you want to inspire. Just speak or better yet, speak how you always feel like. With then hearing that from the Avenger class servant, with soon Izuku saying, okay, Maybe you're right, Medusa. Maybe you're right. With that, Izuku takes a deep breath before soon saying, I've learned one thing throughout my life, that not all people are born equal. Within hearing this, many people in the stands began to be confused and curious on where this is going. Throughout my whole life, I've realized there are plenty of people who have suffered, plenty of people who always dreamt of becoming heroes, but can't, either for one reason or another. The normal reason is either because they have a weak quirk, or a quirk that isn't suitable for being a hero, or another reason being that's a family troubles, or that's a financial reasons as well. As for me, I didn't get here because I just had a strong quirk or a powerful one. No, I got here because I worked hard, because I had people supporting me, guiding me, reaching to the top to my dream, no matter on how much it took, no matter how much blood, sweat, and tears I had to put into becoming who I am today. So I want to say this to everyone, that I, Izuku Midoriya, will give it my all, and to prove that I can become a strong and great hero, a hero that will save everyone, with a smile on my face. With hearing that, All Might in the stands in his small might form couldn't help but smile hearing Izuku's words, basically living up to his expectations, to his ideas on what he believes a hero should be. Still thinking that Izuku was always the right choice as his successor, even though he still believes Mirio is just as much of a splendid choice as Izuku. With then saying, but it isn't just me. Everyone else here, all my classmates and fellow students of UA also want to prove that they can be here. And I may have been away from school due to injuries from the USJ. But even so, I don't plan on going down without a fight. And for many of you who also want to reach to become heroes, such as me and my classmates and friends, then I expect you all to give it your all as well. Don't hold anything back, because I sure won't. Hearing that, many people believe that it's a declaration of war, with then saying, so I want to see all of us, and even myself, to go beyond what our school motto says, plus ultra. With that, soon everybody began to cheer, with then even screaming out plus ultra as well. With then Izuku feeling like his nervousness is coming back, saying that it seems like that worked. With then both, Nobunaga and Sheba couldn't help but wanting to, smother the green-net boy in hugs, showing on how much that he has improved in his public speaking, especially even for a few moments, having the courage to stand up without being in a combat situation. With then soon Midnight saying, now that is quite the speech, I have to say. Now then, shall we go on to the first event? Saying this, she soon spins a wheel as it continues spinning and spinning and spinning, where then it lands on called the obstacle course race. With this would be the first event of the sports festival. They'll have to leave the arena of the stadium and then go around in a circle, heading back into the stadium. However, doing this, they'll be facing against many obstacles, even facing against their fellow participants as well, to reach that of first place. The first one who makes it back takes the win. Hearing this, many people began getting hyped and excited for what's to come during this event, with some believing that they have a better advantage over others. With then Izuku thinking, this would be the perfect chance to test out my new aspect to the throne of heroes. Now that I have Odysseus as my rider class servant, I now have access to that of the mounts of many servants within the throne. With then Odysseus saying, is that so? I thought for sure that I would be that of your, transportation throughout this event. Saying, that would be great. However, in case anything happens, I rather prefer having to save you guys for later. I want to try and take care of the first event in my own way. With then soon Odysseus alongside Kotaro couldn't help but feel down, but understand their master's words and decides to let him deal with this on his own. However, Sigurd, Nobunaga, and even Sheba are proud of Izuku. However, Sheba and Medusa would prefer Izuku to rely on them a lot more. Especially Medusa would want Izuku to rely on her more as well. With then everybody getting ready to leave the stadium. With then Midnight soon screaming out, on your mark, get set, go! With then everybody soon running as fast as they can towards the exit of the stadium. With then President Mike giving out his commentary as before, saying, well, hello there, everyone. How are you all doing? I'm President Mike, and I'll be your MC for the entirety of the first year sports festival. And I'm here with with two co-hosts this year. On my left, I have my trusted friends since my early years at UA, Aizawa, aka Eraserhead. With then Eraserhead saying, I still can't believe you got me into doing this. Why the hell am I here? With then President Mike couldn't help but say, you're the straight man. That's why you're here. And to also give out the information on certain students here as well. With then Aizawa having that of a sigh, saying, fine, whatever. And on my right, I have that of Class 1B's homeroom teacher, Sekijiro Ken, or Vlad King as he's well known as. With then Vlad King saying, it's an honor to be here, President Mike, but I have to say, I'm surprised that you allowed both of us to be here instead of one of us. With then President Mike saying, I need to make, instead of this being a duo, why not make it a trio? With Aizawa being that of the information straight man, me being the charismatic and basically comedic leading guy, and you being my supportive commentary side guy. With then hearing that, Vlad couldn't help but say, are you serious? That's why you brought me along with this? With then soon Aizawa look at Vlad. With then Vlad King couldn't help but say, you know what? I'm used to this stupid crap. Let's just get this over with. So, let's begin, shall we? With that, President Mike saying, all right. And before we finally get into it for real, tell me, Aizawa, what obstacle does everybody have to worry about today? With then soon Aizawa saying, isn't it obvious? The door. With that, soon looking down below, all of the students trying to get through the exit of the arena, with many of them being pushed, shoved, and basically almost trampled upon. With then saying, with then Vlad saying, of course, many people. A door that size is always going to trip up quite a bit of people. It also costs them a bit of time as well. But there is no time limit in this one. We're looking at those who can reach that of the top 45 instead. With then soon saying, yep. So I wonder how people are going to get past. With then President Mike saying, oh, what's this? As looking back down to the exit, within tons of ice begins to creep around around the entrance, freezing plenty of people's feet down below, with busting right through as it being Shoto, saying, "Sorry, but I got no time to waste on this. I don't plan on losing." With then remembering Bakugo's declaration of war towards Izuku, and Izuku's motivation to give it their all, with not planning to hold anything back, saying, I don't plan on being behind them either. Not one. As long as dear old dad is watching, I plan on upstaging both of them and him as well, proving I don't need him. With then soon Bakugo screaming out, "Nice try, half and half, but that little trick isn't gonna stop me!" With then following after Bakugo and Shoto, as all those else in Class 1A soon got were also prepared for Shoto's, ice attack. Within, Ojiro cut up and say, last time I fell for that, I was on it. I'm not gonna fall for it a second time, Todoroki." With then soon Mineta using his balls to bounce off the frozen pavement, with then bouncing each and every one of them, saying, "Ha ha! Like, you're not going to be able to get away from me this easily, Todoroki." As for Izuku, he used basically his wind magic to propel himself from the ice, of course, above everybody else, as he lands, thinking, I didn't waste a lot of magic this time. I still feel energized, to be fair. With then soon Sheba can up and say, "Remember, Izuku, during our training, your magic circuits alongside your piranha points are a lot more higher than they were before. But if you go pseudo, you will drain them a lot faster, even with as many that you have now." Within Izuku nodding, saying, Thanks for the heads up, Sheba." With then Izuku taking a deep breath as many other people passing him. With soon Izuku trying to imagine something as that of a ride, something that can lead him forward, something that can give him the edge and victory that he needs. With then saying, "Trace on," as then out of his within his magic circuits began to erupt as the projection magic begins to appear. However, instead of creating a weapon as he's always used to doing, he soon begins to channel something else. Channel something that he can imagine. Moving him forward at the speed that he needs to reach the spot on where he belongs. With then the thing that he begins to trace and create begins to take the form of a bike, but not just any bike, a motorcycle, actually. With that, soon, the thing that Izuku creates is that of a monocycle, a bike composed of mana itself, only for those who are that of the rider class. With then saying, "All right." With then seeing this, President Mike couldn't help but have his jaw drop, saying, "Wait, did Midoriya just create a bike?" With then soon Aizawa saying, Yes, he did." But then Vlad King saying, "You don't seem surprised, Aizawa. Did you know he could do something like that?" But then Aizawa looking at Vlad King saying, No, I did not. But when it comes to Midoriya and his quirk, I've basically just chopped it up to his quirk being so overpoweringly strong and convenient. Whatever his quirk can do, it basically goes against everything that the laws of nature and logic goes against. So I just bothered not to try and make sense of it. With then Black King saying, I should have known. But even so, many of the students from class, besides that of Class 1A being able to go through the trap, It seems like those of Class 1B and many other classes begin to show, especially those of my class. With then President Mike saying, hey, Shijiro, remember what I told you? No favoritism. That's not what we do here. We're not supposed to be too biased. With then Vlad saying, oh, right. I understand, and I completely forgot. With that, Izuku soon revs his monobike, with soon hearing the engine purr. With that saying, thanks for the motorcycle lessons, Odysseus. Saying, no need to thank me, master. Now, show me what your driving lessons have gotten you. Hearing that, Izuku having that of a smug and confident grin on his face. Going full throttle, he soon passes through many other people of the obstacle race at full speed, soon catching back up with that of Shoto, Bakugo, and many others of Class 1A, with then soon seeing the robots, being that of Robo Inferno, faced against many of the robots from the entrance exam, especially 3 0-pointers, with then seeing this saying, whoa, I didn't expect that, as Izuku basically dodging multiple robots, with then a 0-pointer was about to come down at him. However, Nightingale soon goes out of her spirit form, jumps into the air, and then slams her fist into the 0-pointer, destroying it and basically knocking off its head in one solitary punch. With then the body goes limp, but soon she's saying, keep going, Commander. I will support you on your way. With then Izuku saying, I told you, Nightingale, I don't need. With then saying, you know what? I'll just take it. Thanks for your help. With soon she's saluting to her master before reverting back into spirit form. With then Izuku taking that of first place. However, soon it shows that one of the other 0-pointers were taken out as well by Shoto, using his full-on ice attack at full strength. With then Izuku looking back saying, whoa, Todoroki doesn't seem like he's playing. However, not entirely. He still hasn't used his left side yet. But it's not the point to bring up just yet. He probably is saving it for that of a later time. With then Izuku getting back into the game as he revving his engine once again. With then heading to the next obstacle being the fall, as there are multiple platforms that are connected by that of ropes. With Izuku, soon he basically detraces his monobike, as then begins using his wind magic to float across the caverns. With then many other people begin to catch up as well. As for Izuku, he continues going forward, thinking, I'm so glad to have a strong affinity for wind magic. With then soon Sheba saying, honestly, I'm more surprised that you've been honing your skills with your elemental magic. To be fair, given on how good you are, you should be able to learn other elements besides just wind and lightning. I guess it just shows that you have a strong affinity with those two than the others, even though you're capable of learning how to master them. With hearing this, Izuku couldn't help but hearing the praise. Before then, Medusa saying, he's only gotten to this level because of my teachings and my helping of understanding on how to use elemental magic a lot more better. So you should be thanking me, master. With then soon Izuku saying, thank you, Sheba, Medusa, thank you for all your support. With then Sheba couldn't help but smile, but with Medusa, she completely blushes from the compliment, saying, stupid master, and thank you. With then reaching the other side, as while in the air, he soon uses projection once again to bring out his monobike once more, and then continue forward, as then he could begin hearing explosions and ice creeping behind him, as it being Bakugo saying, "Come back here, Deku! You're not gonna beat me again this time!" With then seeing Shoto also behind him as well, saying, "Both Kachan and Todoroki? Why am I not surprised?" As soon pushing the throttle once more, with then even Ida catching up as well, using his engine quirks to boost himself as well, within reaching the next event, as it being the last obstacle, the minefield, with then Izuku realizing, "Oh crap," with then Izuku saying, I can't use my elemental magic while using projection at the same time. I mean, sure, I can do projection elemental magic with that of reinforcement magic, mostly because it's easy spellcraft to handle. But others? Oh, but try using other advanced forms of magecraft? Oh crap. With then soon Kotaro on the back of his monobike come up and say, "That's where I come in." With then Kotaro grabbing Izuku while as the bike continues going forward. With then, as it soon hits the first mine, it goes off and explodes. With then everybody shocked and surprised. With Inko back at the Midoriya estate in the living room, and it isn't just her, also that of, Mitsuki and Masaru Bakugo, given that both families are close friends, especially with Inko and Mitsuki being that of old school friends from high school, with then Inko basically freaking out seeing her son basically explode, with then soon Mitsuki saying, "Oh crap, I really hope Izuku is fine." With then Masaru saying, "Yeah, I doubt that the explosions were that dangerous, but still." With then soon, as the pink smoke begins to disappear, with then in the air, as both Izuku and Kotaro are both in the air, with then Inko saying, "Izuku and Kotaro with then soon Mitsuki saying, I'm guessing his quirk saved him at last minute." With then soon back at UA with Izuku and Kotaro in the air, with then Izuku saying, "Thanks for the save, Kotaro," saying, Don't thank me just yet," with soon grabbing onto Izuku, as while they're in the air, Kotaro begins to spin, having that of high memento in the air, while then soon saying, Go forward, my young master," with then sending the messy greenette flying, as Izuku begins screaming for his life, as even though Kotaro may be an assassin-class servant, he's still pretty damn strong for your average human, given that he is a heroic spirit after all, being flung past the minefield. With then soon seeing the opportunity, Kotaro brings out a few kunai and shurikens and throws them towards Bakugo and Shoto, hitting them distracting both Bakugo and Shoto, dodging the shuriken and kunai that was aimed for them before the remaining four was soon thrown towards the minefields that was in front and beside them, exploding in front of their faces, with then saying that will stall them for the time being, with then saying, "Go, my young master who I see as my little brother. Go, Izuku, and win this event." With that, soon Izuku begins to fall down as he rolls and rolls before soon catching himself as he continues to run. Looking back, he's saying, "Thanks, Kotaro. even after that crazy ass stunt that you did with then soon President Mike saying Midoriya has still taken the lead. It looks like Midoriya's quirk is so much full of surprises. No matter what, this guy is something else. With then back with All Might saying, you know, until he told me about the idea of mages and also heroes and also past heroes coming back to life as his servants, I would still think he would be serving All for One. But given that he was telling the truth, I can't help but think Midoriya has one hell of a guardian angel looking after him. Except that guardian angel is basically the will of humanity, and they mostly just want Izuku to save the world from her stupid problems. With then Izuku finally made it back to the stadium as he takes first place in the first event of the UA Sports Festival, with everybody cheering for the Green Net team. With then he's saying, I did it. I did it. With then soon everybody else begins to appear, with second place being Shoto, Bakugo being that's a third. Then everyone, just like in canon, everybody else soon arrive as always. With then soon Ochako alongside Ida, and even that of Momo and Jiro, couldn't help but want to congratulate Izuku for making it to the first place. With then Izuku thankful for everybody basically congratulating him for making it first as well. With then soon the next event is about to begin, with Midnight saying that the next event is that of a cavalry battle, with then each, depending on the placement, is how many points they'll get. However, the person with that's in first place will have that of 10 million. With then hearing that, Izuku's eyes widening, with soon everybody looking at the messy green net boy with that of eyes of predators looking down on prey. With then soon Izuku begins to shake. Before then, he begins feeling like other people have been circling around him, as it being that of Sigurd, Kotaro, Nobunaga, Sky Hatch, and Odysseus as well, alongside Nightingale too. With then soon Sigurd saying, "Don't lose heart, Izuku. Just because you're at the top and you're at the most and you're basically the most wanted, proves that you're basically the one who is going to be reaching the top." After all, with then Nobunaga couldn't help but comment saying, "Definitely, little bro. After all Might is at the top, and he's always being gunned at, not just by villains, but also his fellow heroes wanting his spot as number one." With then soon Sky Hatch couldn't help but comment saying, "So you must steel yourself, prepare for all affronts, no matter what it takes. Is that understood, Master Izuku?" With then hearing this from his servants, with then saying, "Yeah, you're right. You guys are absolutely right." With then him slapping his cheeks with both hands, saying, "I won't go down, not without a fight. So if any of you want to come after me, do your worst. I won't back down, no matter what." With then saying this, Izuku having that of eyes of determination, eyes that say that he won't back down, no matter what anyone comes for him. With that, soon that bravado that Izuku had disappeared, with everybody soon keeping their distance away from Izuku. As well, in canon, the reason why everybody kept their distance from Izuku is because they weren't so confident that being part of his team would be beneficial, given that he didn't show off his quirk, and that most of those in Class 1A already know what he's capable of, and think that he's not that useful. However, in this situation, it's because he's too damn useful. And that since he has his servants, he also has his magecraft. Basically, his teammates will play second fiddle to him anyway. So there's that too. With then Izuku began thinking, maybe I think that confidence is wearing off on me. With then soon Sigurd and Kotaro standing in front of Izuku as they're in their battle attire, saying, even if you're standalone, we can help you. We stand with you. But then Izuku saying, I appreciate that, guys, but I need a team. I mean, at least one person will do. With then soon that one person showing up saying, hey, Deku. With then Izuku saying, oh, hey, Uraka. With then saying, Uraka, what are you? I saw that you didn't have anybody joining your team, so I decided, with then Sigurd saying, you don't need to explain, Uraka. Please, what we have to say, thank you, and welcome to the team. With Sigurd basically wanting to make it quick, but then Ochako saying, oh, okay, thanks. Well, I'm just glad wanted to help out after all. Besides, working alongside your friends is always a good thing, as she gives off one of her innocent and kind-hearted smiles. With then all three men and boys couldn't help but feel like their heart was basically squeezing that of adorableness and kindness as well. With then all three of them saying, she's so pure. With then Nobunaga and also Sheba coming out saying, well, that's all well and good. Even so, I guess we have that of a good team. But then Izuku saying, true, but I wouldn't mind if we had with then soon somebody coming up behind Izuku saying, hey, you're 10 million, right? I want to join your team. With it being that of a pink-haired girl with dreadlocks and also having that of multiple support gear on her. With then Izuku saying, what are you? With then saying, my name is Mei Hatsune, and I am part of the support course. So, and I wanted to show off many of my babies. With then soon hearing this, everybody, including Izuku's servants, were confused with one word coming up in their mind, saying, babies? With then saying, my support gear. I call them my babies since I'm the one that made them after all. So, and being part of you proves that I'll be able to show off what I'm capable of even more. So come on, let me join. With then Izuku saying, sure, I don't mind. With saying, she's so close. With then a couple of smoke clouds begin to come between both Izuku and Hatsume. With then it being from Sheba's smoke lamp. But saying, the only person that can get in Izuku's personal space is me. So, girly, try and remember that. With then May kind of say, "Oh, a smoke lamp. Is it some kind of support device or no? It seems the smoke is able to be manipulated natural and unnatural for that. Is it part of your quirk? Hey, she's supposed to be your quirk, right? Can you explain? Can you tell me all about her?" With then soon Izuku completely caught off guard and shocked. With then soon Sheba saying, this girl is quite something. She knows what she wants when she wants it, and when she's interested in something, she puts all her time into it. She has quite the potential, actually. With then Sheba looks through Hatsume's future. Even though she can't look so far into her future, she realized that she has quite a bit of prospects and quite the interesting and unique future ahead of her. With thinking, you know what, Izuku, after this, why don't we talk to her for a bit after this is all over? With then Izuku saying, What do you mean, Sheba? Saying, I just have an idea. That's all. With then, soon, Izuku saying, there's all, but we still need another teammate. And then he realized that Ida, he looks around and tries to see Ida. As he's about to go to him, he realized within, Kotaro stepped in front of Izuku saying, I think Ida's already chosen his team, master. Within Izuku saying, what do you mean, Kotaro? As pointing, he sees that Ida has joined up with Todoroki and his team, composed of Momo and Kaminari. Within Izuku saying, even Yayorozu as well? Within Nobunaga walking up next to the two, saying, this competition is putting, they may be your friends, Izuku, but this is a chance, but just like you said, everybody wants to reach the top. Everybody wants to aim for number one. Even the people who you see as your friends also want that piece as well. With then hearing this, Izuku couldn't help but nod. In fact, that she's right. With then thinking, all I need is one more, but I already have a plan. With then saying, Odysseus. With then Odysseus saying, you asked for me, master? With then soon, both Ochako and even surprisingly May as well were completely and utterly, shocked by the handsomeness of Odysseus once again. With then saying, I have a plan, but I need at least one more person to help out. How long can you hold your noble phantasm? With then Odysseus basically putting his fingers to his chin, saying, quite a bit, as long as you can supply me with a steady supply of mana. Why? Saying, I know what we need to do. But before that, with then looking around and soon see the last person that Izuku wants to join their team. With then soon, the preparations for the matchmaking has finally come to an end, with everybody now having their teams. With then soon, everyone's teams are exactly as they are in canon, with every little detail, with Tokiyami being part of Izuku's team as well. With then soon, within Black King saying, seems like everyone has that of a solid good team. And it even shows that many of those from Class 1B have decided to work with each other as well to get the upper hand, which is quite smart, to be fair. With then hearing this, soon President Mike saying, dude, remember, no biases. With then President Mike getting back to the mic once again, clearing his throat, saying, well, now that everybody's together, let's see what they're all capable of. With then saying, Midnight, you know what to do. Saying, all right, 3, 2, 1, go, begin. With then a huge, ringing began as everybody soon went after Izuku. With then saying, just as exactly what planned. As then saying, don't move just yet, guys. With then everybody staying in place. With soon Bakyo saying, looks like the damn nerd isn't moving just yet. This is the perfect time to strike. With then Shoto saying, Midoriya isn't moving? He has something planned. With saying, everyone, let's not go after Midoriya just yet. Let's save him for later. If we can. Knowing him, he has something planned. But then Momo saying, so I wasn't the only one who thought that as well. I agree with you, Todoroki. Let's wait for the perfect opportunity to strike after Midoriya. Once we get the opportunity and chance. With then Shoto's team begins to split off as everyone else rushes towards the first place 10 million headband wearer. But then Izuku saying, now, Odysseus! With soon appearing in front of everybody as Odysseus wearing his full-on battle battle attire, showing his true strength and power, with even his helmet actually over his face as well, to make to have that extra intimidating factor towards him. With then soon everybody's shocked and surprised, with then soon Izuku saying, "All right, now Odysseus, use your noble phantasm!" With then soon light the glowing blue lights of his helmet basically shine, saying acknowledged. With soon Odysseus begins to float as the spell circle begins to flow below him, saying connecting to Aegis system. With then soon Odysseus disappears for a split second as he's now in his own reality marvel, as now saying now in that of reality hangar, all systems ready to go, mono-level stabilization fully activated. Before then soon a white mecha-like horse begins to appear, saying, "Trojan horse, connect now!" With then soon he falls into that of the Trojan horse, saying, "Now launch!" With then soon launching from the hangar, he soon comes out of his reality marvel, as then busting back into reality, he soon lands down back onto the stadium, with everybody completely and utterly shocked, seeing the mecha-like horse. With then soon Ochako and Tokiyami were completely caught off guard. However, Hatsune, on the other hand, has nothing but literal stars in her eyes, before Izuku having that of a smirk. But then Odysseus removing his helmet inside of his Trojan horse, saying, "Get inside, master." With then soon creating that of a magical teleportation, as they soon warp inside of the Trojan horse, with all of Izuku's teammates are inside alongside Odysseus. With then Tokiyami couldn't but say, "This is quite remarkable. Such fascination. Midoriya, is this truly the power of your quirk?" Saying, "This is the power of Odysseus. Yes, this is one of the powers of my quirk. And now, we're going to win this. We're going to win. Just you wait, everyone." With that, Izuku places a hand on Odysseus, saying, "You know what to do, Odysseus." Saying, "Acknowledged. Let's do this. I will win. In the name of my master, Izuku Midoriya." As the cavalry battle takes on a whole other level. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please tell me what you guys think in the comments below. I'd love to hear them. Now, I know I basically stopped this at a pretty pivotal moment, but I think it was a good time for me to stop after all. But also, I know what you may be thinking. Yes, Izuku is basically overpowered as hell now, as after all, I wanted to wait until the sports festival began, when he finally got a full set of servants to show on why Izuku is now overpowered too, given that he can now become a pseudo servant with his servants. So yeah, and now we get to see on what Odysseus is capable of in the next event. So yeah, at any rate, if you guys like this, please like, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell notification to keep up to date my videos when I upload on the channel, which I really appreciate it, and it really helps out this channel a lot if you hit that like button as well. Also, check out my Discord, gaming channel, main channel, and Patreon, all linked in the description below. So, with all that said, this is Yamuki, signing out. Later, guys, and I hope you all take care. Finish it off, Shiro.
Hi everyone, this is White Fox. If you liked Leon's video, click the video on the left to see the most recent one. And if you want to see more of this, click click the subscribe button and notification bell and check out his playlists. If you still haven't subscribed, do so in the center. With that said, I hope to see you again on my love's channel. Bye!